सर्वेभ्यो नमस्कारः। अद्य सिद्धान्तकौमुद्याः जन्तुपुल्लिङ्गप्रकरणे नवमः भागः। डिसेम्बर् मासस्य 27 दिनाङ्कः। येनाक्षरसमां नायमधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। मित्रेण नमस्कृत्य तदुक्तिः परिभाव्य च वैयाकरणसिद्धान्तकौमुदीं विरच्यते। सर्वनामसंज्ञाप्रकरणे स्मः। अष्टाध्यायीक्रमेण सर्वनामसंज्ञा सम्बद्धानि सूत्राणि दृष्टानि गतकक्ष्यायाम्। आदौ संज्ञाविधाने सर्वादीनि सर्वनामानि इति सूत्रेण सर्वनामसंज्ञा विधीयते सर्वादिगणे पठितानां 35 शब्दानां। तथैव संज्ञोपसर्जनीभूतास्तु न सर्वादयः इति सामान्येन नियमः। यदि संज्ञा सर्व इति कश्चन संज्ञा अथवा विश्व इति कश्चन संज्ञा तर्हि सर्वनामसंज्ञा न भवति। उपसर्जनीभूतस्यापि उपसर्जनं नाम अप्रधानम् अथवा गौणं। यथा बहुव्रीहिसमासे उभयोः पदयोः गौणत्वं वा उपसर्जनत्वं वा वर्तते। तादृशे समासे अथवा तादृशे समासे सर्वादीनां सर्वनामसंज्ञा न भवति इत्युक्तम्। ततः संज्ञायाः विकल्पः विभाषा दिक्समासे बहुव्रीहौ इति सूत्रेण। दिग्वाचकशब्दानां यो बहुव्रीहिसमासः यथा उत्तरपूर्व अथवा दक्षिणपूर्व इत्यादयः तत्र विकल्पेन सर्वनामसंज्ञा भवति। इत्युक्त्वा संज्ञा निषिध्यते पाणिनिना न बहुव्रीहौ। बहुव्रीहिसमासे सर्वनामसंज्ञा न भवति। तृतीया तत्पुरुषसमासे सर्वनामसंज्ञा न भवति। द्वन्द्वसमासेऽपि सर्वनामसंज्ञा न भवति। एतदतिरिच्य अन्येषु समासेषु यदि सर्वादीनि पदस्य अन्ते उत्तरपदत्वेन स्युः तर्हि सर्वनामसंज्ञा भवति इति तात्पर्यम्। अपि च जसि केवलं जस् प्रत्यये परतः संज्ञा विकल्प्यते कैश्चित् सूत्रैः। विभाषा जसि द्वन्द्वे च इत्येन वर्तते। द्वन्द्वसमासस्य जसि प्रत्यये परे विकल्पेन सर्वनामसंज्ञा भवति। प्रथम चरम तया अल्प अर्ध कतिपय नेम एतेषामपि शब्दानां जस् प्रत्यये परे एव विकल्पेन सर्वनामसंज्ञा। पूर्वपरावर दक्षिणोत्तरापराधराणि व्यवस्थायाम् असंज्ञायां स्वमज्ञातिधनाख्यायाम् अन्तरं बहिर्योगोपसंज्ञानयोः। गणे एवमेव पठिताः इमे। अतः सर्वादिगणे अपि गणसूत्रत्वेन इमानि त्रीणि सूत्राणि दृश्यन्ते। तेन सूत्रेण नित्यं सर्वनामसंज्ञा भवति, किन्तु तेषामेव शब्दानां जस् प्रत्यये परे एव विकल्पेन संज्ञा भवति इति सूत्रार्थः। ङित्सु संज्ञाविकल्पः उच्यते वार्तिकेन। विभाषाप्रकरणे तीयस्य ङित्सु उपसंख्यानम्। तीयप्रत्ययान्तानां शब्दानां ङित्सु परेषु अर्थात् ङसिञ्योः स्मात्स्मिनौ ङसि ङि ङे सर्वनाम्नस्मै इति विहितः स्मायादेशः। एते आदेशाः विकल्पेन भवन्ति। अर्थात् सर्वनामसंज्ञा एतेषु परेषु विकल्पेन भवति। संज्ञायां सत्यां तानि कार्याण्यपि भवन्ति। अपरञ्च सूत्रमस्ति पूर्वादिभ्यो नवभ्यो वा। पूर्वपरावर स्वमज्ञातिधनाख्यायाम् अन्तरं बहिर्योगोपसंज्ञानयोः इति नवानां शब्दानां स्मात् स्मिन् इत्येतौ आदेशौ विकल्पेन भवतः इति सूत्रार्थः। कौमुद्यां पश्यामः कथं किमुक्तं दीक्षितैरिति। आदौ पूर्वपरावर दक्षिणोत्तरापराधराणि व्यवस्थायाम् असंज्ञायाम्। You should remember what Dikshitar is doing. He is trying to give the prakriya. Kaumudi, the focus of Kaumudi is prakriya. He is dealing with the prakriya of Adanta Sarvanamani. We finished Rama Shabda, which was Akaranta Pullinga. Then we started with Sarva Shabda, which is Akaranta Pullinga Sarvanama. Okay. So now he is covering all Akaranta Pullinga Sarvanama Shabdas. Sarva, Vishwa, Ubha, Ubhaya, Datara, Datama, Anya, Anyatara, Itara, Tatva, नेम समासीमा सर्वे आकारान्ताः एव। तत्र क्वापि प्रक्रियायां विशेषः नास्ति। all of them are declined like sarva shabda. They are all akaranta pullingas. There are other specialities like ubha shabda has only dvivachana or ubhaya shabda does not have dvivachana, etc. But the prakriya remains the same as what would be for sarva shabda without there is nothing extra. But when we come to the next one, which is these 7, there is a difference when followed by jas pratyaya. That is why Dikshitar puts this sutra here. Jasi pare kim bhavati? Itukte पदत्रयं विद्यते पूर्व पर अवर दक्षिण उत्तर अपर अधर इति सप्तशब्दाः व्यवस्थायाम् असंज्ञायां विभाषा जसि इति अनुवर्तते. जसि परे एतेषां सर्वनामसंज्ञा विभाषया विकल्पेन भवति इति सूत्रार्थः. एतेषां व्यवस्थायाम् असंज्ञायां सर्वनामसंज्ञा गणपाठात् सर्वत्र या प्राप्ता. You should remember that this has been included in the Sarvadigana, which is why we get a compulsory Sarvanama Samya by Sarvadini Sarvanamani. Only when followed by this, it is an optional Sarvanama Samya, as given by this sutra. Etesham Shabdanam Vyavasthayam Asamnyayam Sarvanama Samya Ganapathat Sarvatraya Prapta Sa Jasi Va Syat. Jas pratyaya pare vikalpena bhavati. तेन किं भवति? जस् प्रत्यये परे कार्यम् उच्यते जसषि अदन्तात् सर्वनाम्नः परस्य जसः षि इति आदेशः स्यात्. यदि आदेशः भवति पूर्व इ गुणे कृते पूर्वे इति रूपम्. सर्वनामसंज्ञायाः अभावे तु पूर्व जस् इति स्थिते पूर्व अस् प्रथमयोः पूर्वसवर्णः इत्यनेन सवर्णदीर्घः पूर्वसवर्णदीर्घः पूर्वास् ऋत्वं विसर्गः पूर्वाः पूर्वे पूर्वाः अपरे अपराः अवरे अवराः इत्यादिना रूपद्वयं भवति. सो इदानीं सूत्रे उच्यते व्यवस्थायाम् असंज्ञायाम् इति. व्यवस्था नाम का इति प्रश्नः. स्वाभिधेयापेक्षावधिनियमो व्यवस्था इति उच्यते. यदा व्यवस्था गम्यते एतैः शब्दैः तदैव एतेषां सर्वनामसंज्ञा. व्यवस्था नाम का? स्व अभिधेय अपेक्ष अवधिनियमः. स्वं नाम शब्दः पूर्वशब्दः अभिधेयः पूर्वशब्दस्य अभिधेयः भवति पूर्वादिक्. The swam is the word which is the purva. The abhideya of that word is the meaning which is the direction, the purva direction. Tadapeksha avadhiniyamah. Avadhi is it's a limit or it's a point of reference. Okay. Now, what he is trying to say here is, if when you are saying something is purva, something is east, there is no absolute east anywhere. It has to be the east, to the east of something. For example, if you say the Bay of Bengal is to the east of India, without India as a reference point, you cannot say that the Bay of Bengal is to the east. It could be the west of some other country. There is no absolute east. So always with reference to something, it is to the east or west or north, south, anything. All these words, so that is called vyavastha. Swabhideya apeksha avadhi niyamaha. Niyamena avadhihi apekshate. So compulsorily they require some point of reference. Without having that point of reference, you cannot use any of these words. When you say purva, it is to the purva of what? Okay. And similarly with the other words. So, niyamena avadhisapekshārthe vartamanānām purvādi shabdānām. So, when these words are used in such a sense, that is a sense which always requires a point of reference, then only they have sarvanama samya. That is why he uses vyavasthayam. That is vyavastha. The vyavastha is where the meaning of that word, it always depends on a point of reference. Swabhideya apeksha avadhiniyamaha. Okay. The question is, aren't these words always used as that? Purva, if it means east, it is always vyavastha. Why should he specially say vyavastha when these words always indicate vyavastha? Yes. Vyavasthayam kim? Kimartham vyavasthayam iti vaktavyam. Why should he mention that? Aren't they always conveying the meaning of vyavastha? You ask. Dakshina gathakaha. तत्र दक्षिण शब्दः अस्ति पूर्वपरावर दक्षिण इति. दक्षिणाः गाथकाः. गाथकाः नाम ये गायनं कुर्वन्ति ते गायकाः इत्येव अर्थः. तत्र दक्षिणाः इत्युक्ते कुशलाः इत्यर्थः. कुशलार्थे दक्षिणशब्दः. अत्र व्यवस्था नास्ति. Here the word dakshina means skilled. So that is not a vyavastha. That is, it does not require any point of reference to say he is more skilled or less skilled. It is just skilled. Right? So in such a case, there is no sarvanama samya. Dakshine iti na bhavati. Dakshinaha ityeva. Sarvanama samya nasti. Yatra vyavastha gamyate. Arthat यदि दक्षिणादिशः आगताः घातकाः इति विवक्षितम्, if the vivaksha here is people who have come from the southern direction or people who are to the right, दक्षिण शब्दस्य दक्षिण पार्श्वम् अर्थात् right इत्यपि अर्थः अस्ति. So in that case there would be sarvanama samya. But when you are using dakshina shabda to indicate that they are skilled, there is no vyavastha, and that is why there is no sarvanama samya. व्यवस्थायाम एव सर्वनाम संज्ञा. व्यवस्था नाम किम् इत्युक्ते स्वाभिधेयापेक्षावधिनियमो व्यवस्था. असंज्ञायां किम् इति अग्रिमः प्रश्नः. यतोहि एते संज्ञावाचिनः शब्दाः न सन्ति. पूर्वा परा अवरा, they are all not samyas. They indicate a direction. They are not just the name of a place. Right? So असंज्ञायाम् इति किमर्थं वक्तव्यं चेत् उत्तराः कुरवः इति उदाहरणं दीयते. कुरवः कुरुदेशः, उत्तराः it is to the north. Okay, actually here there is vyavastha because the the country which is being spoken of, the Kuru place, it is to the north of what? The question always the Sumeru Parvata is taken as the reference here. So this region is to the north of that. That is why it is called Uttara. But in this case it has also become a samnya. Like for example, let's say you're saying North America. It was named so because it is to the north. I mean there are two, there is one to the north and to the south. But now it is part of a name. Now North America is a samnya. It does not say it is not a visheshana to America, right? So north iti samnya shabdah. Tathaiva atra uttaraha kuravah ityukte kuru deshasyaiva uttara iti samnya krita. Even though originally it was used for vyavastha, it has been taken as a samnya now. So since atra samnya asti ityatah vyavasthayam asamnyayam ityuktatvat atra sarvanama samnya na bhavati uttaraha iti ekameva rupam. Rama shabdavat uttara shabdah samnyayam satyam. कुरुदेशस्यैव उत्तरा इति संज्ञा विद्यते, तस्मादत्र अस्य सूत्रस्य प्रवृत्तिः न भवति. Okay, so that is about पूर्वपरावर दक्षिणोत्तरापराधराणि व्यवस्थायाम् असंज्ञायाम्. Okay, अग्रिमं सूत्रमस्ति स्वम् अज्ञाति धनाख्यायाम्. पदद्वयं न ज्ञाति धनाख्या यस्य न भवति तादृशस्य स्वशब्दस्य विभाषा जसि जसि विकल्पेन सर्वनाम संज्ञा स्यात्. आत्म आत्मीय ज्ञाति धनवाची स्वशब्दः. स्व इति शब्दस्य चत्वारः अर्थाः विद्यन्ते. आत्मा, आत्मीयः, ज्ञातिः, धनं च. आत्मा is self, आत्मीय is something which belongs to the self, ज्ञाति is a relative, and dhanam is wealth. So the word swa is used in all these to indicate all these meanings. अज्ञाति धनाख्यायां यदा ज्ञातिवाचित्वं धनवाचित्वं वा न भवति तस्य शब्दस्य, अर्थात् आत्मवाचकत्वम् आत्मीयवाचकत्वं वा अस्ति, तदा सर्वादीनि सर्वनामानि इति नित्यं सर्वनाम संज्ञा. अनेन सूत्रेण जसि परे विकल्पेन सर्वनाम संज्ञा भवति. ज्ञातिधन अन्यवाचिनः स्वशब्दस्य या प्राप्ता संज्ञा सा जसि वा स्यात्. स्वे स्वाहा इति रूपद्वयम्. आत्मीयाः इत्यर्थः. स्वे इत्युक्ते आत्मीयाः अथवा आत्मानः. ज्ञातिधनवाचिनस्तु स्वाहा. यदि स्वशब्दः ज्ञातिवाची धनवाची भवति तदा स्वाहा इति एकमेव रूपं, सर्वनामसंज्ञा न भवति. कः अर्थः? ज्ञातयः, बान्धवाः इत्यर्थः, अथवा धनानि इति वा अर्थः. अन्तरं बहिर्योगोपसंव्यानयोः. अन्तरशब्दः तस्य बहिर्योगार्थे उपसंव्यानार्थे च सर्वनामसंज्ञा विधीयते. बहिः नाम अनावृतप्रदेशः, तेन योगः सम्बन्धः यस्य सः बहिर्योगः, that which is present outside इति अर्थः. बहिर्विद्यमानोऽर्थः इति यावत्, that is what is indicated by बहिर्योगः. उपसंव्यानम् उपसंवीयते परिधीयते इति उपसंव्यानम् अन्तरीयं वस्त्रम्. The vastra which is worn inside and there is some other layer of cloth outside. Okay, that is by paridhiyate. So the inner layer of cloth is called upasamyana. So when antara shabda is indicated to is used to indicate that upasamyana, we have sarvanama samya. compulsorily in other pratyayas, optionally in jas. बाह्ये परिधानीये च अर्थे अंतरशब्दस्य या प्राप्ता संज्ञा सा जसि वा स्यात्. अंतरे अंतरा वा गृहाः इति उदाहरणं दीयते. अंतरे गृहाः, अंतराः गृहाः, बाह्याः इत्यर्थः. Houses which are located outside the city maybe, or outside a village, something. Okay. Antare antara va shatakaha. Shataka is a piece of cloth. Antaraha shatakaha ityukte the inner layers of cloth. Paridhaniyaha ityarthaha. Okay, so these Purva Paravara, Samagnyatitanakyayam and Antaram Bahiryogopasamyanayoho repeated. They occur as Gana Sutras in the Sarvadigana and as independent sutras in the Ashtadhyayi. Since they are Gana Sutras, they get compulsory Sarvanama Samnya in all Pratyayas. But in this, because of their Patha in the Ashtadhyayi, they get an optional Sarvanama Samnya in Jas when followed by Jas Pratyaya. इदानीं पूर्वादिभ्यो नवभ्यो वा पूर्वपरावर दक्षिणोत्तरापराधराणि इति सप्तशब्दाः स्वशब्दः अन्तरशब्दः. So starting from पूर्व नवभ्यः नवानां शब्दानां ngसिञ्योः स्मात्स्मिनौ इति अनुवर्तते. एभ्यः नवभ्यः ngसिञ्योः स्मात्स्मिनौ वा स्तः. पूर्वस्मात् पूर्वात् पूर्वस्मिन् पूर्वे रूपाणि. एवमेव स्वस्मात् स्वात् स्वस्मिन् स्वे अथवा अन्तरस्मात् अन्तरात् अन्तरस्मिन् अन्तरे इति रूपाणि. एवं परादीनामपि. So for these 9 words, so if you notice, I mean when you look at the whole prakriya, in just because of Sarvanama Samya Vikalpa we have 2 forms. In Smat, in Ngasi and Ni, because the Karya itself, the Adesha itself has been optionalized, we have 2 forms. So in 3 cases there are 2 forms. Purve Purvaha, पूर्वस्मात् पूर्वात् पूर्वस्मिन् पूर्वे. अन्यानि सर्वाणि रूपाणि सर्वशब्दवत्. All other रूपास्. पूर्वः पूर्वौ पूर्वे पूर्वाः पूर्वं पूर्वौ पूर्वान् पूर्वेण पूर्वाभ्यां पूर्वैः पूर्वस्मै पूर्वाभ्यां पूर्वेभ्यः पूर्वस्मात् पूर्वात् पूर्वाभ्यां पूर्वेभ्यः पूर्वस्य पूर्वयोः पूर्वेषां पूर्वस्मिन् पूर्वे पूर्वयोः पूर्वेषु इति रूपाणि. Shesham Sarvavat. So other than these 3, all other rupas are like Sarva Shabda. So next, continuing with the list. As I said, Dikshidhar is going through the Sarvanama list. You have Antaram Bahiryogopasamyanayoho, Tyad, Tad, Yad, Etat, Idam, Adas. There are 6 words, all of which come in Halantas, because they all end with a Vyanjana. They are not treated in Ajanta Pullinga Prakarana. The next word is Eka. Eka Shabdaha Sankhyayam Nitya Eka Vachanantaha. So when Eka, the word Eka is used to indicate a number. The number 1, it has only Eka Vachana. That is obvious. 1 cannot be more. Arthantare tu Dvivachana Bahuvachane Pistaha. But when it is used in other meanings, it can have all 3 vachanas. So what are the other meanings of Eka Shabda? Ekonyarthe pradhane cha prathame kevale tatha sadharane samanelpe sankhyayan cha prayujyate. So the word Eka has these many meanings actually. Anyarthe, meaning somebody else. This is very common in Vyakarana. They will say ityeke, means if you remember in the same Sarvanama Samya Prakarana about talking about Tvat and Tva. Dikshitar says Ekonudattaha Dvavapyadantau Ekonudattaha Aparaudattaha Ityeke. There Eke means others or some. Okay. Pradhane Ekaha Masti Jagadeka Sundari Ityukte Jagati Pradhane सा एका एव सुंदरी इत्यर्थे प्रधानार्थे एक शब्दः प्रथमः इत्यर्थे एक शब्दः केवलः एक एव अस्ति इत्युक्ते केवलार्थे एक शब्दः साधारणे समाने अल्पे अल्पार्थेपि एक शब्दः प्रयुज्यते संख्यायां च. So to indicate the number 1 is only one of the 8 अन्या प्रधाना प्रथमा केवला साधारणा समाना अल्पा and sankhya. So the word eka has 8 meanings. So if it is used as a number, it has only ekavachana, and in all other meanings you can have all 3 vachanas. Eka, dvi, dvishabda is ikaranta, so that will be treated in ikaranta. Yushmad, asmad, bhavatu, kim. Again all 4 are halantas. So Dikshitar went through the whole Sarvadigana once, and we learnt the prakriya of all akaranta sarvanama pullinga shabdas. So now, having done with that, he goes back to sarvanama samnya and nishedha of sarvanama samnya. Na bahuvrihau iti sarvanama samnya nishedha. Padadvayam vidyate na bahuvrihau sarvadini sarvanamani iti anuvartate. Bahuvrihau sarvadini sarvanamani na bhavanti. Idanim prashnah asya sutrasya avashyakata kim? Why do we need this sutra? That's a question. Why does the question arise? I mean, isn't it obvious that to prevent sarvanama samnya in bahuvrihi samasa, if you say this sutra is needed, we'll say it is not needed. We already saw that Vartika. I mean, we saw in Ashtadhyayi, it will come later in the Kaumudi. Samyopasarjani bhutastu na sarvadayaha. If the sarvadis are used as a samnya or are upasarjanas, then there is no sarvanama samnya. And in bahuvrihi, all words are always upasarjana. Anya padartha pradhanaha bahuvrihi. Always, without any exception, in bahuvrihi, or with very little exceptions in bahuvrihi, it is the anya padartha which is pradhana. Not the 2 words which form the component of the samasa, but something else which is pradhana, which means the components of a bahuvrihi samasa are always upasarjana. Upasarjanatvadeva samyopasarjani bhutasana sarvadayaha iti vartikena sarvanama samnya nishedha siddhyati. So bahuvrihi samasasya sarvanama samnya nishedhartham idam sutram napekshate. Samyopasarjani bhutastu na sarvadayaha iti vartikena eva siddhyati. So using that vartika, we already have the rule that in bahuvrihi there is no sarvanama samnya. So why this sutra? Why is this needed? अतएव दीक्षितैः अर्थः विलक्षणतया लिख्यते बहुव्रीहौ चिकीर्षिते सर्वनामसंज्ञा न स्यात्. He does not say बहुव्रीहि समासे सर्वनामसंज्ञा न स्यात्, because that is not, the sutra does not serve any purpose. If that were the purpose, then the sutra is not needed, because we already get it from some other shastra. So बहुव्रीहौ चिकीर्षिते, चिकीर्षिते कर्तुमिच्छा चिकीर्षा. That is, when you want to do bahuvrihi samasa, sarvanama samya na bhavati. Kaha arthaha? Udaharanam darshyate. Tvakam pita yasya saha tvatka pitrakaha. Ahakam pita yasya saha matka pitrakaha. Tvakam is the akach of tvam. Tvam pita yasya saha ityeva arthaha. He to whom you are the father. Arthat tava putraha ityartha. The anya padartha here is not tvam, not pitru. It is the son of the pitru. Okay, that is why this is anya padartha pradhana, and yushmat shabda here is upasarjana. Okay. So tvakam pita yasya saha tvatka pitrakaha, ahakam pita yasya saha matka pitrakaha. Etad rupa sadhanartham idam sutram iti dikshitaihi uchyate. So these are the examples for this sutra. So what, how do they constitute an example? Iha samasat prageva prakriyavakye sarvanama samya nishidhyate. So the nishedha by this sutra is not for the compound word, it is for the components, the individual components of the word. Even before we do bahuvrihi samasa, when we set out to do bahuvrihi samasa, prakriyavakye. Prakriyavakya means every samasa, say if you have, say, Sitayaha patihi, Sita patihi. Sita pati is called the samasa. Sitayaha patihi is called the laukika vigraha. That is the vigraha which is in use in loka. Okay. But according to the shastra, that is when we do prakriya in vyakarana, we have something else which is called the alaukika vigraha. It is not used in the language. It is not used for speaking, but still we need it for shastra. Okay. That is also called the prakriya vakya. What that will have is, it will have the Prakriti Pratyaya split of all words of the samasa. As I said, Sitayaha Patihi. Sitapati is the samasa. Sitayaha Patihi is the vigraha or the laukika vigraha. The prakriya vakya would be Sita Nas Pati Su. Sita and Shashti Vibhakti Pratyaya, which is Nas. Pati and Prathama Vibhakti Pratyaya, which is Su. Sita Nas Pati Su is called the prakriya vakya or the alaukika vigraha. So he says, so this Nabahu Vrihav applies at that stage, the stage where the samasa is not yet done. You are trying to do the samasa. For example, for this Tvam Pita Yasya Saha or Aham Pita Yasya Saha, where we start is Yushmad. The Tvam, the Pratipadika is Yushmad. Yushmad Supratyaya. Pitri Shabdaha Supratyaya. Asmad Yushmad Su Pitras Asmad Su Pitras iti Prakriya Vakyam. This is the Alaukika Vigraha Vakyam. So he says at this stage we are preventing Sarvanama. Actually in this stage you cannot prevent Sarvanama because here the Yushmad is not Upasarjana. When it is an independent word it is not Upasarjana, so it should get Sarvanama Samya. Only in the Bahuvrihi Samasa, because of Upasarjanatva, we can prevent Sarvanama Samya. Here we cannot prevent using Samya Upasarjani Bhutastana Sarvalaya. But what will happen if we do not prevent the Sarvanama Samya here? If that is Anyatha, if we do not, if there is no Sarvanama Samya Nishadha at this stage, Laukika Vigraha Vakye iva tatrapi akach pravarteta. I have told many times there is a pratyaya called akach, avyaya sarvanamnam, akach praktehe. So for all sarvanamas and avyayas, the akach suffix is added before the t, that is before the last ach. Okay. So now he says if Yushmad has sarvanama samya at this stage, then it would get the suffix akach. If it gets akach, Yushmakad, it comes after the akara. So you have Yushmakad Su Pitrusu or Asmakad Su Pitrusu by Avyaya Sarvanamna Makach Praktehe. Now the Yushma is replaced by Tvat. Tva Ma is the Adesha. So Yushma is replaced by Tva and Asma is replaced by M. Pratyayottara Padayoshcha iti sutrena Adeshaha kriyate. Kim bhavati Tvakad Su Pitrusu athava Makad Su Pitrusu. सुप्रत्ययस्य लोपः भवति समासे कृते बहुव्रीहि समासे कृते तस्य लोपे त्वकत् पितृकः मकत् पितृकः इति रूपं स्यात्. So he is telling if we do not prevent sarvanama samya at the stage, at the component stage, there would be akach and that akach would be heard in the samasa as tvakat pitrakaha and makat pitrakaha. If you go back and see the examples which is given, the form which is desired is Tvatka Pitrakaha and Matka Pitrakaha. There is a difference between this form and what would happen if this sutra weren't there. Okay. If the sutra weren't there, the form would have been Tvakat Pitrakaha and Makat Pitrakaha. He also gives another illustration where such a thing happens. That is where you do akach and the akach is heard in the final pada. Atikrantaha bhavantam ati bhavan. This is one Tatpurusha Samasa where Bhavatu is a Sarvanama. If we do Samasa to that, Bhavantam Atikrantaha Ati Bhavan. Atrapi Alaukika Vigraha Vakyam Bhavati Ati Su Bhavat Su. Samastam Padam Bhavati Ati Bhavat. Tasya Prathamaika Vachane Ati Bhavan. Yadi Akach Pratyaha Kriyate Atikrantaha Bhavakantam. Bhavantam ityatra akachi krite bhavakantam iti bhavati. Tada kim rupam? Ati su bhavat su ityasti. Avyaya sarvanamna makas praktehe ityanena akachadeshaha kriyate. Ati su bhavakat su iti bhavati. Samaste pade ati bhavakat. Tasya prathamaika vachane ati bhavakan. So if the plain bhavat shabda gets is compounded with ati, you get ati bhavan. If it is akach is added and then it is compounded with ati, then we get ati bhavakan. Okay, so you have two forms. If there were akach, there is a different form. Similarly, if you do akach in yushmad su pitrus and then do the samasa, the form would be tvakat pitrakaha and makat pitrakaha. Okay. प्रक्रियादशायामेव न बहुव्रीहौ इत्यनेन संज्ञानिषेधे तु. On the other hand, if we apply na बहुव्रीहौ and say that the components themselves do not have sarvanama samya, then there is no akach, because at the stage of yushmadsu asmadsu you are preventing sarvanama samya, which means akach will not happen. If akach does not happen, always there is a ka pratyaya. Akach and ka are complementary. When you have akach, there is no ka. If you do not have akach, then you can have the ka pratyaya. Ka pratyayastu, kat pratyaya krite kim bhavati? Yushmad su pitru su. Kat pratyaya krite yushmat ka su. The difference between akach and ka is akach is applied before the t, whereas ka is applied at the end. Okay. So if we do ka and do the adesha tvatka su pitrusu and matka su pitrusu, the form would be tvatka pitrakaha and matka pitrakaha. Okay. So for this, na बहुव्रीहौ is needed. I go through this again. न बहुव्रीहौ इति सूत्रस्य कः अर्थः? किमर्थं सूत्रम् अपेक्ष्यते इति प्रश्नः. यतोहि बहुव्रीहि समस्तपदस्य संज्ञानिवारणार्थम् इदं सूत्रं न अपेक्ष्यते. संज्ञोपसर्जनीभूतास्तु न सर्वादयः इति वार्तिकेनैव सिद्ध्यति. So by that vartika itself we can prevent sarvanama samya for the compound bahuvrihi. So asya sutrasya kah arthah ityukte bahuvrihau chikirshite sarvanama samya nishidhyate. So even before we do the bahuvrihi, at this stage, when there is a prakriya vakya or the alaukika vigraha, when you are starting the prakriya for samasa, then itself we prevent the sarvanama samya. So what is the purpose? Why should we do that? If we do not prevent sarvanama samya at this stage, yadi atra sarvanama samya na nishidhyate, tarhi avyaya sarvanamnam akach praktehe tenena akach pratyeye krite, tehe prak akach pratyeye krite, tvakat pitrakaha makat pitrakaha iti rupam syat. Tannivaranartham na bahuvrihau ityuchyate. Bahuvrihau chikirshite. So you want to do bahuvrihi samasa, and that's why you are beginning this vigraha. So in this stage, na bahuvrihau ityanena sarvanama samya nishidhyate. Tasyaha nishidhatvat akach pratyayah na bhavati. Na bhavati chet ka smarthe ka pratyayah bhavati. Ka pratyayah bhavati chet tvatka pitrakaha matka pitrakaha iti rupam siddhyati. Okay. So sutra bhave, if this sutra were not there, न बहुव्रीहौ इति सूत्रस्य अभावे प्रक्रियादशायाम् अकचीकृते त्वकत् पितृकः मकत् पितृकः इति रूपे स्याताम्. So the rupa would have been त्वकत् पितृकः मकत् पितृकः. सूत्रे कृते तु अकच् न भवति, कप् प्रत्ययः भवति, त्वत्क पितृकः मत्क पितृकः इति रूपे. Okay. So the sutrartha is not that bahuvrihi samasasya sarvanama samya nasti iti sutrartha na. Bahuvriho chikirshite avayavanam sarvanama samya nasti iti sutrartha. Any questions? Is it clear? No questions? Great. Okay. Now we went to all this trouble. Why? To get this forms called Tvatka Pitraka and Matka Pitraka. All this was for deriving these forms. Okay. But the Bhashyakara says Tvatka Pitraka and Matka Pitraka is wrong. He says that Tvakat Pitraka and Makat Pitraka is the right form. Bhashyakarastu Tvakat Pitrakaha Makat Pitrakaha iti rupe Ishtapatyam Krutva. Ishtapatti means that is what is desired by the Bhashyakara. Bhashyakara thinks that Tvakat Pitraka and Makat Pitraka are the right forms. We did all this circus and derived some artha to derive Tvatka Pitraka and Matka Pitraka, which turn out to be the wrong forms. The actual forms, according to Bhashyakara, has to be Tvakat Pitraka and Makat Pitraka. So what do? We said the sutra, we derived a sutrartha for all this and said that we finally got Tvatka Pitraka and Matka Pitraka. But when we are about to celebrate, he says, no, you're wrong. You did everything and ended up with the wrong thing. So what do? Ishtapatyam krutva etat sutram pratyachakhu. He says this sutra is not needed. The sutra being there is a problem, giving rise to the wrong form. So Bhashyakara removes the sutra. Okay, he says the sutra is not needed. The correct forms are Tvakat Pitraka and Makat Pitraka. So it is not needed for preventing Samya, Sarvanama Samya and the Bahuvrihi Samasa, because the Vartika does that. It is also not needed for preventing Sarvanama Samya at the Prakriya stage, because the form itself is wrong. The resultant forms would be wrong. Okay, so pratyakhyana is something which is done in the bhashya often. So when there are cases, the sutra, generally our belief is sutra has two kinds. It has a drishta prayojana and adrishta prayojana. Drishta prayojana is what we see as in some proper purpose in some derivation of some form, whereas adrishta prayojana is because chandovat sutrani, the sutras are as good as the Vedas, parayane punyam labhate iti. So whenever there is a pratyakhyana, the Bhashyakara is saying the sutra is not needed, which means the derivation could be done some other way. He says the sutra is not removed, but it is still in the sutra patha, but it might not be required for the derivation of form. That is called pratyakhyana, where the Bhashyakara objects to some sutra and says the sutra is not needed. Okay. So now the question is, obviously, so this is a very special case. Whenever, there are other cases where Bhashyakara removes a sutra, but in all those cases there is no phalabheda. That is, Bhashyakara also wants what the Sutrakara wants. Both of them want to derive the same form, but Bhashyakara sometimes derives the form some other way and says this sutra was not necessary. That is the usual trend of pratyakhyana. But this is a special case where there is a difference. If we follow the Sutrakara, the forms would be Tvataka Pitraka and Matka Pitraka, whereas if we follow the Bhashyakara, the forms would be Tvakat Pitraka and Makat Pitraka. Okay, so what do we do now? Is Panini Pramana or is Patanjali Pramana? It's a question. As Yulia asked already, whom should we believe? Is it the Panini or Patanjali? Okay. So the golden rule of our Shastra, Yathottaram Muninam Pramanyam. Yathottaram, Uttaram Anatikramya Muninam Nama Munitrayasya. Our Vyakarana is known as Trimuni Vyakarana. Paninihi Katyayanaha Patanjalihi. Iti Trayah Munayaha. Tesham Pramanyam Yathottaram. If there is a clash between Panini and Katyayana, Vartikakara, then the Vartikakara's words are more pramana, and if there is a clash between sutra and bhashya, bhashyamata is pramana. What the Bhashyakara says is what we accept. That is where the pramanya lies. So because uttarottaram bahulakshya darshitvat, because there was a time difference between Panini, Katyayana and Patanjali, so probably the prayoga might have been changed by the time of Patanjali. So we take Patanjali's Vakya as Pramana. More fresh is more correct, yes, but only till Patanjali. If there is something else, say if Dikshitar, even Bhattoji Dikshitar says something against the Bhashya, it is not taken as Pramana. Muninam here refers to Munitrayasya. In Panini, Katyayana and Patanjali, we go by chronological order. That is why we have the Vartika. There are many cases where Vartika adds on to the sutra or negates the sutra. Then it is Vartika which we take, which we accept. Similarly, whatever the Bhashyakara says is Pramana everywhere. If there is a clash, if there is a difference, say in this case there is a difference between forms. Which form is correct? What Bhashyakara says is Sadhu, which is Tvakat Pitraka and Makat Pitraka. So, would there be a new Bhashyakara? Well, no comments. According to what is the tradition in our Siddhanta, no. Okay, so the Bahuvrihau, the purpose would have been Tvatka Pitraka and Matka Pitraka, but according to Bhashyakara it is wrong. So finally the sutra is not there and the forms are Tvakat Pitrakaha and Makat Pitrakaha. Okay. Can we move on? Anyone wants to ask anything about this? Okay. So now Dikshitar introduces the Vartika. There's a question by Yulia. When they mention words, do they mention where they heard that usage? I wish they had. They don't. I mean, the Bhashya is our main source for prayogas. Bhashyakara shows lots and lots of prayogas, but he doesn't give the source. He just quotes them as if they were familiar to everybody. I mean, some of them we can find the source even now because they are in the Vedas or in the Dharma anywhere. But there are many cases where we do not know where he is quoting from because probably many of those granthas have been lost to us. In his time, they were probably popular and known to everybody. He quotes them in such a tone as everybody would know it. But for now, our only reference is Bhashyakara has used it, so that is correct. We do not know where he takes these prayogas from. Okay. So he says, Samyopasarjani bhutastu na sarvadayaha. He introduces this now because the sutra Nabahuvriha has been taken away. So how do we prevent Sarvanama Samya for Bahuvrihi Samasa? Samyopasarjani bhutastu na sarvadayaha. Mahasamya tadanugunanamev gane sanniveshat. He says Mahasamya. What is a Mahasamya is a question. If you remember some of the Samyas of Vyakarana, say Achontyadi ti or something like ti, ghubha, sheshogya sakhi, he says, dadha ghadap, he says. So many of the Samyas of Panini are single letter ones, or single syllabic ones. He prefers to use a single letter as Samyas. He says ti, ghubha and many of those. Wherever he goes for a long Samya, that is, instead of calling it something like pa or something, he's called them Sarvanama, which is a long Samya. So Mahasamya Karanena, wherever he makes such a long Samya, there is a purpose. They generally happen to be Anvartha Samyas. If he says Avyayam, Navyeti iti Avyayam, that which does not change. So Sarvanama, that is Sarvesham Yani Namani Tani Sarvanamani. Those words which can be used for anybody. That is, if you are saying, if I have to say Ekaha, that Eka can be any individual on this earth. Sarvaha can refer to anybody at all. So if you notice, if you go through the whole list, all those words are like that. That which can be referred, that which are not limited to a single person or a thing. Okay? So Mahasamya Karanena Tadanugunanameva Arthat Sarvesham Yani Namani iti Anvartha Samyakanameva Gane Sanniveshat. Sarvadi Gane Ye Padani Patitani Tani Sarvani Sarvanamani Sarvesham Namani. That is also a Samya and also an Anvartha Nama. That is why when you have a Samya, when you are saying somebody is Sarva, it is not a Sarvanama. It refers to only that particular individual and not to everybody. That is why it is not included in the Gana. A Sarva which indicates the person is not included in the Gana. Similarly, Upasarjani Bhutaha. Sarvam Atikrantaha. He who has crossed everybody is somebody else. It is a one person and it is not everybody. Okay? That is why for Samya and for Upasarjana, we do not have Sarvanama Samya because they are not included in the Sarvadi Gana. Only those words which can be used for everybody. Sarvesham Namani Tesham Eva Gane Sanniveshaha. So, Ataha Samya Karyam Antargana Karyam cha Tesham na bhavati. Samya Shabdanam, Samya Vachakanam, Upasarjani Bhutanam cha. So those words which are used as Samya or as Upasarjana will not get Samya Karya. It is there's one thing, the Sarvadigana has 35 words. They're all called Sarvanamas. So based on the Samya called Sarvanama, there are some Karyas. Say Ami Sarvanamna Sutta, Sarvanamna Hasmai, Nasinyohu Smatsmino. All these are Karyas which are dependent on it being a Sarvanama. Right? He uses the word Sarvanama and tells some Karyas. There are other Karyas which are not for Sarvanamas. For example, he says, Addatarādibhyah panchabhyah. Dataradibhyah panchabhyah. Datara, Datama, Anya, Anyatara, Itara. For these 5, he says there is an Adidadesha for the Supratyaya. This Karya does not depend on the Sarvanama Samya. It is not mandated for Sarvanamas. It is mandated for a subset of the Sarvadigana. That is called an Antargana Karya. for a subset of sarvadis, some karyas are told. For example, tyadadina maha. For the tyadadis, tyad, tad, yad, etad, idam, adas, ekadvi. For only these 8, there are some karyas. So all such karyas and also the samya karyas. So none of these will happen for a samya or for an upasarjana. Both samya karya and antargana karya is prevented by this vartika. Why he specifies this is because he does not say samyopasarjani bhutastu na sarvanamani. He does not say those which are samya or upasarjana is not a sarvanama. If he had phrased the vartika that way, then only the samya karya would have been prevented. The antargana karya would not have been prevented. So he says such words are not there in the gana at all. That is why this vartika prevents both samya karya, that is a karya which depends on the sarvanama samya, and also antargana karya, that which depends on them being in that gana, whether called sarvanama or not. If it is in that gana, it will get some karya. Okay. If you see examples, that will be clearer. First is sarvanama kashchit, a boy called Sarva. Tasmai sarvaya dehi. Smaya desha na bhavati. Sarvanamna smai. This is a samya karya. That is, using the sarvanama samya, he is mandating smai adesha. The adesha will not happen. Atikrantaha sarvam atisarvaha. Tasmai atisarvaya dehi. Atrapi smaya desha na bhavati. This is a samya. Sarva nama kashchita iti samya. Atisarvaha iti upasarjanam. Ubhayatra smayadesha na bhavati. Atikrantam katarat atikataram kulam. If you notice katarat, here you have done the adadadesha. But when it becomes upasarjana, atikatara, then there is no adadadesha. This is an antargana karya given by ad-dataradibhyah panchabhyah. It does not say adid sarvanamabhyah, it says ad-dataradibhyah. So this is not samya karya. This does not depend on sarvanama samya. Instead, it depends on the datara being in the sarvanama gana, in the sarvadi gana. Okay. So antargana karyam na bhavati. Atikataram kulam. Atikrantaha tam atitat. So saha is the tyadadina maha will get is another antargana karya which will not happen in atitat. Okay. So both samya karya and antargana karya is prevented by the vartika called samyopasarjani bhutastu na sarvadayaha. Okay. Any questions?
So, I have a question.
Yes.
When you say a particular thing like datara, it's in the gana, and if you had just said something doesn't apply to the gana, won't it automatically mean that then you cannot apply the the karya for something which is inside the gana also? So why does he have to say that it doesn't apply for the
No,
sarvanama?
it does not apply. That is why. What are you preventing? If you say samyopasarjani bhutasana sarvanamani, he would say they are not called sarvanamas.
Okay.
So this addatarādibhyah panchabhyah does not ask for it to be called a sarvanama. Right? So it does not depend on the samya. It depends on just the gana. So that is why there is a difference. I mean, this might require a bit more time to sink in, but there is a difference. There is one case where you say sarva shabda in all three meanings, whether it is the usual sarvartha or upasarjana or samya is in the gana, but
Okay.
that which is upasarjana and samya will not get the sarvanama samya. If you say that, then it is still in the gana. Then if there is an antargana karya, that would happen. But what he is doing here is he is taking them out of the gana. It is not in the gana at all, which is why the antargana karya will also not happen. Any other questions? No? Okay, let's stop here. येनाक्षरसमाम्नायमधिगम्य महेश्वरान् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। मुनित्रयं नमस्कृत्य तदुक्तिः परिभाव्य च वैयाकरणसिद्धान्तकौमुदीं विरच्यते। Okay. There is no class on today's Monday, right? Wednesday and Friday. Okay. So a break for New Year. We'll have a class on next Monday. Okay.